to then get your mission from Lakes, who is basically the leader of this operation. And then you met up with Lieutenant Jali, and you guys went on the Diamond Lance. And you are on your way towards what is to be your first mission to basically prove yourself, Lake said, which is to recover something called a DFAD, which is a slightly experimental piece of tech that Scion's been using in their amps to basically individually calculate any problems that go wrong with them. We kind of ended with you guys arriving at the colony at Malta, but if anybody had anything, I don't know if anyone had any like stuff in transit that they were wanting to do or anything like that, because we could do that if you wanted to, but if not, we could just go in with what I had as the first say in here.
Yeah, I have one thing.
Okay.
Throw would be kind of making a rounds, looking for people that they arrived with. And maybe after asking a few people, they would arrive outside of Destiny's chambers, wherever you are stationed, Destiny.
Probably. So I think that Destiny's still down. I don't really know what is this room called? I don't know. It's
observation deck.
That's a good plan. Destiny's kind of made a pseudo headquarters here in the observation deck, so that's where she would be.
Okay. Throw, as they usually do, just kind of moves through the space, not really making much sound, but finding you, kind of busying yourself, will pipe up and ask, "Are you medically trained?"
Destiny's head will kind of shoot up and say, "Oh, you scared me."
"Are you medically trained?"
"Oh, yes, somewhat."
I asked a number of people, and none of them had any experience. I'm in need of a doctor.
Oh. She'll kind of turn her chair around. She'll, I guess, do I see anything? Or is it just...
Not at all. And I'm going to try to create an advantage for you using lore.
Great.
Sean, I want to recount kind of how Throw understands the situation from like a textbook angle, to recount it to give Destiny a bit of an advantage when treating me.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah, I'd say. Yeah, that works.
Okay. Throw will present their left arm and say, "You're going to have to maneuver the muscle enough to get the humerus beyond the lip of the shoulder cup."
It's gonna be kind of difficult when you fully get up, but I can try. Take a seat.
You're a doctor. You'll know when to stop pulling.
Yeah, like, might have been a doctor. I'm much more a mechanic.
You
more
fix
or less.
things.
She'll,
You are... Go ahead.
She's gesturing you to a seat, like to a chair while you're talking.
Yeah, they will take the seat rigidly. Their back is very much at a 90-degree angle, their seat firmly planted, and then they position their left arm forward at a strict 45-degree angle. You can tell that every bit of them is set in this action.
Well, that was not with my advantage, because apparently that got turned off somehow. But that's also a terrible roll.
It's okay. It's not going to do it.
You break it even more. No, you don't do that. I will say this would, like, at a -1, you're not going to damage them, but it'll be like you are so much more used to working with machines that this is very... You kind of understand a body just because it is, in a way, a mechanical thing in of itself, but you are much more of a, actual mechanical kind of person.
I do like the idea that completely geared out, it is kind of difficult. Like, I don't know what they look like. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know how old they are. I don't know anything about them. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
work with what I
I
feel.
would,
And it's
I would say a Maliot is the closest thing to an alien in this universe.
Perfect.
Well,
They
that
will
was me.
be unflinching, unmoving, despite the grating of the arm against the cup of their shoulder. And after an appropriate amount of time, they will realize that nothing can be done about it and just drop their arm to their side and stand up.
Mate, listen, if you could, I don't know, take off a sleeve, I might be able to get a better look, but
That is out of the question.
can I ask what happened?
In what way?
Well, you're asking for medical treatment. Did that happen here? Was that... Have you been
Yes.
walking around with a dislocated shoulder?
Yes, it was a mistake. And that's
Well,
all they give you.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my empathy. Here we go. Oh, it's better than my fucking first aid.
They say mistake, and that's what you get. To
Yeah.
what ends? Nothing really gives itself away.
Not really surprised by that. Destiny, I'll say, sorry I couldn't do more for you, mate.
You cannot fix my arm, but you've already done plenty. Destiny, I will do what I can to keep you alive.
Oh, well, that's good. I mean, I was planning on doing the same. We're sort of working together.
Yes, but your safety comes before theirs.
She'll make a face. She'll say, "What is that?"
Because you are resourceful.
Man, is that here?
And they can elaborate and say,
That is for my lore of Maliots. And do they value resourcefulness? Is that like something unusual or usual?
I'll give you a 4. They value what they cannot do.
Okay.
Like, if somebody can offer a skill set or some, like, resource or something valuable, then they very much, like, respect that capacity.
Okay, interesting. So, Destiny gleans that they're not the most mechanically inclined. It says, well, I appreciate it, but as long as we're working together, I'm here to offer whatever services I can. I've got just as much of a stake in this as you do.
I believe that. And I thank you. Good day, Destiny.
Like, still kind of looks after them, a bit perturbed at like having not been able to like help the arm situation. Also trying to understand why they're walking around with a busted arm, but she's not going to push it for now.
That's all I've got. Just wanted to try and get that fixed.
Okay.
Sorry.
So no worries.
No one has anything else. So the travel from Calypso to Malta, as I said last time, it's about half a day. So some hours later, after you guys are just doing what you're doing, just getting acquainted with the Diamond Lance, you guys will hear over the intercom, "Seed Task Force, report to the bridge. All Seed Task Force members report to the bridge."
Fantastic.
And then everyone on the ship reports to the bridge, shuffling in the hallway like it's
fire.
Okay. Are you going to the bridge? You go first.
I'm part of
I'm
it,
going
too.
to go to the bridge. So
you going? Okay.
I'm going underneath the bleachers to smoke pot.
It's like getting off a plane.
yeah,
You open your door, there's already a line in the hallway, you just have to wait.
like oh motherfucker.
Yeah, so whatever you guys are doing, you've been called upon, whether you choose to accept that or not. If you-
Yeah, oh yeah.
Easily, yeah.
All right.
Oh, we can just move ourselves to the bridge.
Yeah, well, actually, let me just bring up the bridge.
Oh.
Oh, it's my boyfriend.
Teague Dougland.
That's right.
I'm just a little boy.
Oh no.
So yeah.
I came as quickly as I could.
Uh
Oh my god, he got small. Alright, so once everyone has assembled, you just drag yourself out, and I'll just resize you guys. Lieutenant Gia's there with your best friend Roland and Eli. And she's going to turn to all of you, and she's going to just sort of walk towards you guys with hands behind her back, just going to say, I trust all of you are settling into the Diamond Lance.
It's been quite comfortable.
Yes, we're no warship, but we're good for rapid deployment and somewhat defensive. And she was going to look over to Eli, and Eli is going to say, yeah. So, as per your guys' mission, you guys are heading to Malta. Do any of you guys have any previous experience with this fine place?
Can we roll a contacts to establish if we have?
You could roll I guess, would it be lore or contacts? Actually, you know what? Lore if you know about it. Contacts if you...
Lore's like
know
history,
somebody.
context is the now who you know there, I imagine.
What would you do if you were actually there, potentially, even though, if you wanted to say that?
What is Malta again?
Malta is... Well, actually, I'll just tell based on Kane. Kane.
Yeah.
You know that Malta was once a colony, much like Calypso, the one you just left, which, as I've established before, colonies are all just giant floating Coke cans in space. They're constantly spinning. This one specifically was a resort colony. It was a place people went. The essential selling point was that the entire place was a beach. And at one point, for Kane, you learned that around 16 or so colonies were taken by Scion because when they went to try and take Guiding Light back, they basically cut a line through all the colonies back to Earth so that they had a place to track it out from.
Oh wow.
So
Cool.
So they took over one after another in a line all the way to New Earth so they wouldn't get like surprised by New Earth forces coming from these colonies to try and stop them while they ferried the Guiding Light colony back.
This is the
and
shit Sean knows about. That's brilliant.
Yeah, and this was one of them, which they didn't have a huge defense force. They just had like militia and a few NEF, and it was a really bloody conflict, and it has left the colony pretty much looking like in a state of post-apocalyptia now.
Okay. Yeah,
And,
they will just kind of recount that and say, luxury colony for people who like to play in the sand.
How long? Oh, I'm sorry, Kane. I thought
No,
that was a short pause for me to assume you were done. That was bad.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
No, you keep going.
Yeah, and then they will say around 16 colonies are currently being occupied by Scion forces.
Oh, it's not currently occupied. They left, by the way.
Were. Okay.
Yep.
It's a ghost ship.
So you said there was warring there. How long ago was that?
That was in 81, 2 years ago.
Okay. I'm gonna roll contacts specifically to create an advantage that I was there, that I fought in that.
Oh my god.
Oh wow. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, with a 3. I would say yes. I would say with a 3. How much do you want to be involved? Do you want to be front lines kind of guy? Do you want to have held your friend's arm as he died?
No.
I was a pilot, so I don't know if there were like strikes
Okay.
that we would have run on it.
Yes, most of the fighting was done outside of the colony itself. The ships that were ferrying troops on board to try and just take it as a strong point. So a lot of it would have been outside. You could say that you were in one of your ships out there, or your amp, or whatever.
Okay. And then specifically that advantage will come into play when we're there. If I'll use that as like a notice advantage to know if there's like a shortcut or something we need to figure out. I'll just
Sure.
apply that later.
You would know the outside, the whole.
Yeah. So Manny will say, know it quite well. I fought there 2 years ago in the battles.
Roland, with arms crossed, he's going to look at you with a brow raised. You fought at Malta?
He's going to say, I flew at Malta.
You flew at it. You didn't fight?
He's just going to look at you and he's going to say, do you understand any shorthand language? I was a pilot. I flew. I shot at things. I blew up ships.
Yeah, I don't know. When you say you flew at, my aunt and uncle fly to Malta, or they used to a few years ago too, for their vacation every summer, but
He's gonna actually take a step forward. This guy's just such a dickhead. He's gonna say, I don't think your aunt and uncle fly to Malta anymore. It's a damn floating crater out there.
Wilson's gonna step in between them, and she's gonna say, "Now, boys, no need to take our dicks out."
Lieutenant Jaws is gonna go, I couldn't have said it better myself, Sergeant.
I think that they're way better than shakes.
Malts.
Anyway, Eli's gonna say,
way too long.
Way tasty.
that was a sleeper, but when it hit,
Eli's gonna look around as though he's in a comedy, and then he's gonna look back at everybody for cameras, and he's gonna go, well, anyway, wow, you actually fought there. Well, that's gonna be useful. So the place is more or less on lockdown. Well, kind of lockdown, I guess. Not really. Some people go there, but they're not the most savory, I suppose you could say.
Eli, you're gonna have to be specific, mate.
All right, look, it's mostly a scavenger place. People trying to get parts after the battle. People looking for cheap amp parts to sell off. Even though amp parts aren't cheap, but you get what I mean.
Right, and are we going to be expecting any conflict with them?
It depends who you make friends with and who you don't make friends with, mostly.
Okay. Likelihood, Eli?
I mean, they're not going to shoot you on sight, most of them, in the main area.
Most of them. All right.
Listen, there's a
I'm
market.
going to give it a 50-50 then.
Yeah, you don't need like a military escort for the most part. Just don't go off the beaten path too much. Just keep your nose to the ground, ear to the grindstone. Or wait, I switched those up.
Are the scavengers in possession of the DFAD?
Yes, the DFAD that you guys are looking for. There should be a few, maybe, still left here. The word is that they came pretty standard with the Novus 2, which is the bread and butter of the Scion military. You should be able to find at least one that is, functional for command's, interests, at least for this.
Is there a point of contact already established?
Oh, yeah, there's a blockade. It's, on the outside just to make sure no unsavories get in, but they still find a way in, so, because the place is kind of full of holes. So.
I'd say 50-50 chance says there's going to be some unsavories in there.
Given this group, I think you could raise that to about 80%.
Those people are doing just as illegal stuff as you are. I mean, we're not illegal. I mean, it's a gray area.
When you say 80%, there's just a pan of Thoreau going line by line, each of you, like 20%, 40%, 60, 80%, and then ending on themselves and recognizing that 80% is an accurate estimation. And they will say as much.
Yeah, Roland will actually nod at that, and he'll say, "Yeah, I mean, you guys are quite the cavalcade of weirdos, so you don't look that out of place. You're not just all, dressed like top brass. So, you should fit in relatively well. Just don't go flashing too many NEF insignias and badges once you get in there."
My understanding is this is not a diplomatic mission. You would have sent your brass suits for that. We'll get your DFAD back.
I'm not going to fall for it.
Fall for what?
I know you guys are trying to get me to do. They used to prank me like this all the time when I was with the Shadow Blades. I'm not going to fall for it.
Nobody's trying to prank you, Chapel.
I'm not going to say DFAD. Oh, god damn it. Oh, go ahead. DFAD these nuts. Go on, say it to me. Just like everyone else.
Does anyone know what this guy's ever saying?
Nar.
Right.
That one was a little too heavy, Mac.
Nar.
Nar.
I like
Throw will just say, "You keep him for what he can do, not for what he says."
Gia will nod at that. Precisely, Melliot. Now, once we get inside, we'll be able to support you guys, but it'll take some time for us to transfer the ship into the colony proper and patrol the skies. So, we ask that for a few hours at least, try to stay out of too much trouble. Or else.
I don't get in trouble.
We will do the necessary reconnaissance.
And yeah, so what they're, for clarification in this universe, if you're going to get a ship into a colony, you need to basically put that ship into like a giant version of an airlock. Like it docks at the docking bay and then has to go into an actual room where it'll, filter oxygen, it'll get rid of anything, any radiation, stuff like that. So it'll take time for it to actually transfer the ship. And it'll have your amps, and it'll fire them out if you guys need them once it gets inside.
Okay.
And roll. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, just real quick to establish the narrative. They're going to bring this ship into Malta. Then once we're brought into that airlock, they'll shoot us out. We don't have to stealth past that initial.
No. You guys are going to be disembarking post haste, and then they'll meet up with you after.
Okay, gotcha.
You guys can mingle and try to figure out any leads and stuff.
Okay, fantastic.
Are we disembarking with our amps or without?
Nope. Without.
Okay.
They're going to be in the ship.
Okay.
I got to
Gotcha.
transfer them through. All right. So, let's see. Roland will pipe up and say, "Yeah, we have limited intel on the actual people inside Malta. I don't know. There's the local forces that we have stationed there. They can probably tell you more. Ravaging 81, blah, blah. Same old story with plundered colonies." And Jill will say, "If there are no more questions, we'll send you guys on your way. We'll be docking shortly."
Yes. Will Roland be handling the, Debo?
What do you mean, Chapel?
He's gonna regard Roland directly and just say,
I just mean, do you intend to personally take hold of the Dimbo at any point?
Do I plan on lifting a 400-pound Scion computer with my bare hands?
What is it called?
It's called a DFAD.
DFAD these nuts. I got him now. It's not me anymore.
There it is.
He did get you.
Wait, I forgot my setup. This is my usual one attempted provoke on him per scene.
Oh, no.
Oh my god, no. You didn't win the conflict.
You didn't even hear me.
Oh man.
Oh no!
He got him, but
Yeah.
it wasn't enough to. Wasn't
Get
enough.
him. Yeah, he leaves without asking.
I look at the ground.
Oh,
Yeah, he'll just wave as he leaves the door. Yeah, I'll be sitting in my app in the docking bay. Yeah, if you need any diagnostics, send them to me. And he's going to leave. And then Jia will look to all of you. All right, we'll be docking, so prep yourself. And now here's the part. Does everyone want to go?
Everyone want to go outside?
So
Immediately, that is.
for my clarity, for whatever reason, I was expecting us to be in amps. We're still expecting there to be unsavories inside, and we're going on foot right now, correct?
There is an NEF security force that has like this place pretty much locked down. At least on the outset, the place is not just a bunch of thieves stabbing each other. There's like a market, but it's like not like it's more like a black market kind of thing further inside.
Yeah.
And then he probably takes a cut or something. There's
Yeah,
probably
you're not
some
going to get
politics.
shot the second you walk in.
Okay. Yeah.
If anything, we want to distance ourselves from the NEF almost immediately.
yeah.
Yeah.
Immediately, and then get some reconnaissance in, and then if we need our amps to like do some conflict, we'll know where to hit.
Yeah. I'm happy to go with then, just in case we need some.
All right. Cool. So, you guys will be docking there. As I sort of outlined last time, the place is kind of it's got this giant kind of clamp on the outside that was built. That's like a docking station for official NEF ships, and it's basically like a space version of a like when you're entering the border of a country. Pretty much, they just basically built this thing to prevent people from coming in without clearance.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't stop people from finding compromised parts all around the surface of the colony, which is, again, just a giant thermos floating in space, and they find their way in that way. But, so you guys will dock there, and let's see, you guys will disembark. And immediately upon disembarking, after going through a few metal hallways and whatnot, you guys will end up at the precipice of the colony proper. And you guys can place yourselves as you like here. So what you guys are on right now, kind of looks like it looks like half of a just like a like an airport, and then it looks like someone just poured sand all over the airport itself, and it opens up into this massive, just sandy looking city further out, which you'll see. I'll show you guys in a sec. But
Oh my god, it's gotta suck to work here.
Yeah, well, it's a
Just
beachfront.
Sand in your shoes all the time.
mm-hmm.
Manny looks disgruntled, and then finally he admits to everybody that he hates sand because it's coarse and it gets everywhere.
We all fight you. We
But
all fight you.
he turns to Chapel and says, "It's not soft like you."
Oh my god,
Damn.
it's going a little fast.
One thing I want to do as we're entering in and just kind of like moving as a group is I want to try and create a stealth advantage to constantly being like obfuscated or hidden by one of our party members in case we get shot at or there's ever problems. I want them to be the ones that take it before I do.
Okay, roll me a stealth then.
Nice.
If you hide behind the person in a wheelchair, you're a terrible.
It's
person.
not you.
You
I
are
just
an
need you to know
asshole.
that.
It's
Yeah,
almost
who do you hide behind?
It's almost undoubtedly Manny. Like Manny, whenever you're stepping forward, like you'll just have Throw on one side of you, and then imperceptibly you'll know that they're on your right. And it just kind of seems to shift without reason, really, to you, without any like observation. They just are constantly moving.
Yeah, so as you guys approach this checkpoint area that
I do have something real quick.
what do you got?
So Manny is basically going to sort of stride ahead of everybody here, and he's going to turn to the ducklings and say, "All right, real quick before we take this thing any further, we're out of the safety of the Diamond Lance, and we're heading into a potentially dangerous situation here. So I want everybody to be on their best behavior moving forward. All right? No running off. No getting into fights on the sidelines. You stay behind me. You don't disagree with anything that Allison says to anybody that looks important. And you don't go off making a scene. Am I understood?
Chapel will respond better if you address him directly.
What? Oh, are you done talking to the little kid?
He's going to look to you, Chapel, and he's going to say, Chapel,
Uh-huh.
buddy,
Yeah.
I need you to focus
Oh, yeah.
when we get in there, okay?
Focus. Yeah.
All right. What did I just say?
Do you ever wonder if animals have names for us?
He is your liability.
I'll watch Chapel. Everybody else take care of yourself, and if shit hits the fan, I've got your back, okay?
Agreed. Should we divide ourselves?
I'm
Cover
with
the ground.
Allison Hendricks.
I don't know if that's necessary yet.
Let's see what we're working with first.
I will be with Allison Hendricks.
Declan, take a fate point. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm min-maxing
to
this
say.
build.
Yeah, it's really easy. Get everything you want. There's no problem. So, as you guys approach, the NEF officer is going to walk up to you guys. He's going to put a hand up. Hold on. You guys have proper qualifications?
Look towards Allison.
You will look to Allison because she looks the most official.
Yeah, do we have any? Or are we just sort of supposed to...
You would definitely have like papers and stuff, or like I guess, some kind of badge that he can just scan for clearance.
Okay, yeah, if it's something for everyone, and not just one thing for herself, then she would say, of course, officer, and she would pull out, like a giant Ziploc baggie full of everybody's stuff.
Oh.
He's the guy's going to look at you again. Perfect icon for this because he's going to have his hands on his hips like that as he sees you sift through the Ziploc bag, and he's going to take each one of them and he's going to match each of the identifications with whoever's there, which I imagine would be basic. He's going to look at your... Actually, what would be... Actually... Okay, yeah, he's just going to be like, Manny Latour, that's you?
That's me.
All right. Yeah, go ahead. He's going to wave you in.
He will. He's going to wait for everybody before going all the way in.
Destiny Acker.
Can I?
All right. Chapel beef.
Yeah, I'm Chapel's to beef.
All right. Go ahead. And Kane, because you rolled a stealth, do you want to actually be seen by this dude?
Yeah, that's more just about tactical positioning right now. So yeah,
Okay.
it's fine. He can see me.
Yeah, we'll say that would be an issue if your name came up and he's like, "Where's that guy?"
Yeah, definitely. that would be a dumb thing to get caught up in immediately.
You just do that. We both roll fight on him.
Thorieo.
Throw.
Yeah, I don't care. I just have to say it once. All right, go ahead.
Just shifts
And
past.
Sergeant. All right. Well, looks like everything checks out here, Hendricks. I'm
Big.
gonna hand
Thank
you back
so
all
much,
the
officer.
stuff. He's gonna turn to you guys and he's gonna say, "What exactly are you guys here for, if I may ask?"
It's not a secret, is it?
While we're on vacation, of course.
Vacation. Right. Yeah, you guys are gonna want to watch your backs in there. This is not the place you want to be just hanging out anymore. Used to be great, but oh man, place used to be one giant beach, but all the water was ejected into space when the hole breached. Now it's just a desert.
Oh wow, that is very disappointing.
Yeah, only people left here are some of the bottom of the barrel types, scavs mostly, and prospectors who are just scavs basically, who want to pretend like they run a legitimate business. Brass says we can't move in and clear them out due to the red tape. Colony is still, he's going to use air quotes, technically compromised in some areas. It's still leaking oxygen and sand and whatever else, but well, we can't move in, liability, loss of life.
Huh.
And until repair techs get here and plug the thing up, they consider us going in there to be, too dangerous. And God knows they got 15 other colonies to deal with, so who knows when they're going to get here.
I
You can
see.
tell this
Well,
dude. Oh, go ahead.
thank you for the warning. We'll make sure to be careful while doing some of our shopping.
Yeah, so anyway, anything else you guys want to know about this place? You could tell this dude really does not get to talk to anyone except frickin' Frack here for 8 hours a day.
I'm not sure what to ask.
Manny will actually walk up and he'll say, you mentioned breaching the hull left some vulnerabilities. How volatile are those? Let's say if there was ever some kind of a conflict, I mean, would we be safe if a stray bullet hit one of those vulnerable areas?
Bullet's not going to do much. It would take a lot more than that. It's
Like an
massive
amp?
colony. More than that, even, I guess. This place is, it's good, but let's just say if you start to feel something that feels like an earthquake, you need to move.
He'll kind of nod his head and he'll say, understood. Thank you.
Right. You guys can go on ahead. Larry, open the gate. Larry's gonna open it up. Which is just one of those really sad. I don't even know what they call them.
Portcullis.
No, like one of those big line where it's just a big tube that they just raise.
Just a board that is sort of in the way.
Yeah. Those caution board things.
Yeah.
Yeah, got you.
I'm just gonna open that up. Zzz.
Shifts his gun left to right to look imposing.
Yeah, this is the most action he's gotten all day.
Yeah. Perfect.
All right, and you guys can go in.
All right.
So, once you guys head on through, you are going to be met with more or less. Let's see, where was the good one that I had for this? There we go. You're going to be met with basically this. This place very clearly used to be a bustling place where people would just come and get luau drinks, and there's a million pools all filled with sand and a million hotels filled with sand, and it's all just been, the beach is everywhere now, and there's no water. So it's Daytona, yeah. And you guys, as you move further in, you will start to hear music being played, which is just filtering in, as far as you can tell, from everywhere, but nowhere. It kind of drifts in and out with the wind, and it's just smooth jazz.
Nice.
And yeah, little gusts of wind will bring it towards you, and it'll come away. It's just constantly going. It never ends. And let's see, you guys will. Where's the spot? There it is. Okay. So, if you guys walk for about 30 minutes just north, you'll start to reach the edges of the market area that you were told about. So you guys can drag your icons on here. Actually, you guys what that is.
I just want to check something because I have kind of a thought, and I'm wondering if it's true or not.
Mhm.
I want to use my stunt that lets me use burglary in place of contacts when dealing with Scion or guild structures. Do you think that works for this or no? Or is this separate? Is this a scavenger thing?
This is a scavenger place.
Okay, never mind then. I'll leave it where it is. Okay.
Yeah, the people here are mostly unaffiliated, and the people who are do not have a specific. They don't have authority here, so or
Okay,
any kind of
gotcha.
sway like that. All right. So you guys sort of reach the edge of this market, which at first it looks just as desolate as everything else that you guys have encountered, but then you start to see figures moving through the sand and the busted out buildings, and you see some lady over here warming up by a fire, which is insane because it's really hot in here already. You see what looks like a man. You're not really sure. It's kind of strange. He's really, really still right here at this little booth. Over here at the top right, you see a dude who is utterly sunburnt, digging into the sand with his bare hands. And you see three unsavory individuals over here.
Choose your flavor.
Destiny's gonna roll up next to Manny as we sort of are slowing down a bit. She's gonna say, I hate the sand.
And he's gonna look over and say, "Why is that?"
Because I can dip my toes in it, because it's a pain in the ass to roll over.
Because probably could have figured that out.
Hell of a workout.
He's gonna say, "Gotta imagine it feels good on your arms, though. The extra resistance."
Yeah. I mean, I'm not entirely complaining. I was kind of hoping to see some water, though.
You're out of luck. That all went out the way when the warring happened. He's gonna kind of cross his arms and he'll say, "What do you make of our options here?"
Bad and better.
He's gonna say, "Yeah."
But let's see. And I want to try to see if I can find anything technically savvy. Maybe the most technically savvy person here.
Yeah, like a salesman or something, like somebody in the market.
Yeah.
You don't know how well. Go ahead.
I'm not really sure what I need to roll. Notice.
I'd say give me a notice real quick.
I want to. Maybe I should try to create an advantage for myself.
Know what you're looking for.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe a crafts advantage to see if any of these individuals are wearing something more advanced than anyone else.
I will say, Destiny, you are just inherently, you're probably the person who is most familiar with what a DFAT actually looks like.
Yeah.
You've never seen one specifically in person, but you have you've heard of the dimensions of it and you've kind of pictured it in your mind. You'd be like, that is obviously not something else that, like, you would roll out all the other parts it could be.
All right. Okay. And it's pretty big, right? I gathered.
It is big. It's about human sized.
Oh wow. Okay.
All right. I guess I'm just gonna roll a notice for now. We'll see what I see. That's not bad.
And are you looking for a person or like just tech?
With the notice, I think just anyone around us that looks the most technically savvy, like someone who might actually have useful information on where good tech in this place is.
Okay. I would say the first thing that you see is with the 2, you see this dude over here. This is not a dude. This is an animatronic.
Oh.
And there's a sign up next to him, and it says Risky Randy's.
Risky Randy.
Be Randy's. You know all about being Randy.
Is that like an information booth, or is he going to try to get me to gamble?
Oh, who knows?
Well, but he is tech, so I like that. So doesn't he'll say, well, there's a Risky Randy over there, whatever that means, but tech, so it's got to be connected to some sort of computer.
Well, maybe you can do something with Randy there. He says,
He's going to try to get me to buy a drink. Maybe give me some money. We'll figure it out.
If you win big, we can call this whole thing off and split the prize. Well, you do that. I'm going to work the room and see what I can't find.
All right.
I will assess Destiny Hacker.
Be my guest.
Well, you guys approach Randy. I'm going to roll contact. And basically, Sean, what I'm attempting to do is get a beat on this area. I want to just kind of move through the space, sort of talking to people and see if I can't find a lead on what's going to help us get to where we're going.
Okay. So you guys are still on the outskirts of the market proper. These are still just the people sifting in and out. If you want to go further in, you'd probably find, potentially more, but right out here. So you want to look for a specific person, or do you just want to kind of...
I basically just want to use contacts to get information out of the people out here, whatever that is. Okay. If somebody has seen or heard something, I want to use context in the sense of you almost use it as like a notice for talking to people.
Okay.
I'm trying to get somebody that might have like a helpful nugget of information to say.
Yeah, give me a context roll.
All right.
Oh, okay, cool. You can tell from that these people over here seem to look the most competent you've seen so far, even more than the NAF people.
Sure.
They seem to know it. They're having a steady conversation with each other. Seem like they're here with a purpose.
Okay. All right. I will kind of watch Chapel go off to this burning figure here. And I'll turn to Allison and say, Destiny and Throw are going to see what they can get out of the animatronic over there. I'm going to talk to these fellows over here. They look like they might actually be in the market for something close to what we're looking for.
Okay. Did you want me to talk to whoever's left then?
He's going to say, that's up to you, Sergeant.
I'll do some of my own digging.
He'll nod, and he'll kind of wave his mechanical arm as he makes his way over to the Beastie Boys.
All right. Speaking of digging, Declan, what are you doing?
Digging.
Hey, man, what are you looking for? What are you doing?
Dig. Gotta keep digging, man. You just gotta keep digging, man.
Oh, we do?
You gotta get away from the sound, man.
Oh, okay.
Get away from the sound, man.
And this guy is digging with his bare hands. His hands are bloody at this point, but the blood has already scabbed over, and it's coagulated, and then it has broken again. This dude is looking bad.
Jesus.
He's continuously digging into the side of this metal, sort of like jutting port. Doesn't seem to go anywhere.
I instantly get nervous and believe him wholeheartedly, so I start trying to dig and rip apart whatever he's trying to get through with a 4 physique.
Okay. You dig through. You actually are able to dig up this radiator, which looks like the radiator on like a supply truck would use. And it's pretty big, but it has like multiple bullet holes through it. He's like,
no, man, you gotta keep digging. Down to the bottom, man. Down to the surface. You gotta get through into the tunnels, man. You gotta get into the tunnels, man.
I don't know how do we do that?
I'm gonna look in the hole.
Keep digging, man. You gotta keep digging, man.
He's gonna get into your hole and start digging.
No.
Alright, well, this is pretty heavy.
So I'm just gonna put the radiator back down on top of him and walk away.
Oh my god.
Top of him.
Yeah,
It protects
he's
from
in the
the
hole.
sun.
That's where I found him.
Yeah.
Okay. It's huge though. It's like for a truck.
Yeah, if he dies, he dies.
Okay, I'm gonna roll his physique.
Oh no! Oh!
He is stuck under the radiator you dropped on him.
Oh man! You're trying to stop me. I knew they would. Help! I got a dick, man. You gotta help me out, man.
You see hands clutching out from the radiator. All right, Chapel's left a man to die.
I left him.
That's some bad karma right there.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go to Manny. So Manny, you approach these three. They are, I would not say they are decked to the nines, but they are definitely packing heat. They have body armor on. They have weapons. They're about as well equipped as some of you guys are. And once you approach, they do that thing that a group of people do that look like, if you approach a group that potentially we're literally just talking about you, they all just stop talking and look over at you. And the lady down here, she's going to say, yeah, what do you want?
He's gonna say, hoping I could pick your brain about something.
Pick our brain about something. Okay, I'll shoot, Stimhead. Go ahead.
What is Stimhead slang for in this world?
I would say, Manny, you would know most of all. Stimhead is somebody who there are mind-altering substances that are used to help your mind adjust to the what is the actual word I'm looking for? To space travel, kind of. You can kind of get paranoid from, like, the human body. Humans were clearly not evolved to the point to, like, go into space for long periods of time.
Yeah.
So people would take these kinds of things to sort of level out their minds. Some people take them a little too much.
You would know about this, Manny, better than anyone.
Well, he
Oh,
hung
you?
around the colonies, and that's where the colonies are mostly find these people.
He'll say, "Nah, it's not like that. You just more than anybody here," and he'll kind of gesture to the rogues gallery here and say, "Seem to look like you know why you're here."
Yeah. We do. What is this to you? Who are you? Why are you talking to me?
He kind of puts a hand out and he says, "Tuan Manuelito Latour. I'm here looking for some equipment."
She's going to very slowly take the hand. The guy to her left is going to, in his helmet, is just going to stare you down. Okay. What kind of equipment? Most people are looking for equipment here.
He says, "Most people are looking for scraps that they can sell secondhand and make a little bit of a living. I'm here for a real big ticket item. And I think, judging by the look of you, you might know what that is." And what is the name of the piece of tech that we're looking for?
It is called a...
Okay.
Yeah.
He
Instead
says,
of a Novus 2 amp, right?
It
Yeah.
is part of a...
Or is it Nova or Novus?
Novus,
Ah.
yeah.
Okay.
he says, "I'm looking for a DFAD."
A DFAD. Like a Scion DFAD.
Like a Scion DFAD.
She's going to eye the two other members. Then she's going to cross her arms. And why are you looking for that?
He's going to say, Because I'm getting paid top dollar to look for it.
Huh. And she's going to look to the guy to her right. That's... Right. Top dollar, sure. Yeah, I mean, you're going to have as much luck as anybody out here finding one of those. We don't know anything explicitly. This whole place is a junkyard.
He's gonna cross his arms and try to think how mechanically I want to do this. I want to roll rapport, but I can't just make them be nice to me or give me information through that. So I think mechanically what I might want to do is roll rapport, and then I want to use that to create an advantage for a provoke roll.
Okay. Yeah.
So...
Why can't you just rapport them to tell you things?
Yeah, that works against NPCs. It's when it gets to player characters, it gets really fucking weird. But PCs.
Oh, yeah. I guess the very first sentence on rapport is rapport to use charm to inspire people to do what you want.
Yeah, it's
Okay. Provoke, sort of.
Okay. So let me just see how this is gonna go. All right.
Okay.
With a two rapport, Manny is gonna say, "Come on, can't you help out a twitchy stimhead looking to get his fix?" And he's gonna kind of laugh at his own dumb joke.
And they don't.
I will say that the guy on the right will laugh. The lady that you're talking to does not.
What if I use a fate point on my third aspect?
Just say the aspect. Just say it.
Yeah. I was gonna roll for them too. Hold on. Let's see. Actually, hold on. Wait a minute. Rapport rolls. Those are defended, right? Or they're not?
No.
Yeah, not usually.
You just set a challenge internally, basically.
Gotcha.
Like sort of what you think represents the challenge. Like,
so
if I were DMing these guys, I don't know, they seem like assholes. I might make it a 3 based on his first impression.
Yeah, I was playing that the dude up the top one there. He's more jolly to you, but the one you're talking to does not seem that way. And the guy on the left is completely, utterly silent.
Okay.
Anyway, I cut you off.
I was gonna say, would I be able to use a fate point based on that to try to get some success with this lady?
Yeah, I'll say so.
Okay, great. Then I'm gonna do that.
All right.
What's he invoking?
Yeah. What is the
this one?
third one?
Yep.
What the fuck?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I would say that works because they do consider you kind of. I mean, they already identified you as potentially being just another junkie, so I'd say that works.
Sure.
Okay, so do you want to add something to that to like do like an added comment, or do you just want that to? I'm not going to force you to if you don't want to. If it doesn't
Trying to think what else I can say to that awful joke at the expense of a drug addict.
He goes, but to himself.
Yeah.
I'll
just add that he adds just a cheesy dad smile to the end of it.
There you go.
Okay. She will just you'll see the very just smallest glimmers of a brief smirk from that. And she'll say, okay. Right. Look, we don't know anybody who actually has one. In fact, I don't know if I should be saying this. And the guy to the left and all the armor is going to look to her.
Then don't say it. You know what we're here for.
And she's going to pipe up. Right. I just... If you head into town, there should at least be some merchants who are more familiar with this place. We just got here.
He's gonna say, I'm just looking for a name. I can find merchants on my own. Who's your guy?
Let's see. I'm gonna give you
Baba.
Baba.
Bobby Fett.
That's right.
All right. I'm gonna give you a fella named Nelson.
Nelson.
She's gonna say, I heard some people talking about a guy named Nelson. It seemed like a reasonable sort.
He's gonna say, all right, I'll poke in, see if I can't find Nelson. He'll say, by the way, I gave you my name. What's yours?
She's going to stop and look at the other two. My name's Darlene.
Dunya.
Definitely.
Oh no!
You just barely believe it.
He's gonna say, it was good to meet you, Darlene. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Yeah, hey, you too.
And he'll walk back to neutral at whatever point of time he's there. The time trial ghosts of these two still standing here, I assume, are actually doing whatever they were doing.
Yeah, at this moment you hear a man screaming for his life over sort of towards the north.
I don't know anything about that.
We don't have to drag it out.
Away from it.
We have to drag it out, but while they're dealing with that, I will go try to lift the radiator off of this guy.
We'll get the. I want to get the others right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Throne Destiny, you guys come up to this booth, and you can tell it's very obviously just a facade. That's very much the point of it. It is just someone has set this thing up as like, oh, someone wants to present the appearance of being the first person that you arrive to, but they don't want to actually stand the sun. And once you get close enough, the thing will sort of turn its head, and it's very squeaky and rickety as it does so. And it's just going to turn to you, and it's going to go,
Hey there. Welcome to Malta Bazaar. I'm Randy. Frisky Randy to be exact. If you're looking for the right kind of merchandise, you've come to the right place. Head on over to my shop. Second building on the left down the main thoroughfare. You can't miss it.
Do you think this thing responds to any verbal commands?
Do you respond to verbal commands?
Yeah, I could have asked it.
I ask.
Hey there. Welcome to the Malta Bazaar. I'm Randy. Risky Randy to be exact.
Yeah,
If you're looking for the right kind of merchandise, you've come to the right place. Head on over to my shop. The second building on the left on the main thoroughfare. You can't miss it.
I'm going to do a burglary to make sure that if we fuck with this thing, it won't explode.
Good plan.
Or do anything untoward.
Okay.
Just to see.
okay.
He rolls a +2 burglary
so
when
you're-
checking for traps.
No, unfortunately, no. It's just a good roll. I've rolled very well with Thoreau. Like, Thoreau is not fucked up very well.
Okay, yeah, you can tell that it is, there's no hidden shotguns.
I just want to make sure it's not going to, like, explode or do some dumb
No,
shit.
it won't blow up. This is, I mean, the thing is a glorified wind-up toy.
Yeah, so there's nothing really much to be gained in terms of, like, fucking with the thing's internal chemistry or mechanics.
Not too much. You would have to roll crafts to really get down to it.
I did.
This is a distraction, says Thoreau as you roll your 5 crafts.
For Destiny's crafts, I would say that you glean that this thing is made from completely out of car and personal computer parts.
All right, personal computer. Does it have? Is it connected to some sort of network?
You see a wire going down into the sand, and it just disappears.
She'll literally follow the wire with her finger into the sand and say, "Well, that's barbaric."
It just keeps going down and down until it's like, oh, you literally need you need a digging man to actually dig to this.
We're
to
going
this
to get one
wire.
of those. We could never find one of those.
It's just like a fucking
No, this is
Sierra
not-
adventure game.
No, I'm gonna say this is not me saying, "Oh, you should have brought the digging man over here." You don't need Rick Digley to dig it out.
Yeah. I couldn't go over there and
Can't
dig.
anymore.
Not with how thirsty I am. We're like, fuck, we have to go get him an iced tea. Get him that, then he'll come help us dig.
It's
Most of the
basically
picture
like
first.
it's like a vending machine that's plugged in. Like there's no real like internet access. Like I can't really do anything with it from where it is.
No, you can tell it has just basic sensors. It'll scan things that approach to it, anything that moves really at motion sensors, and then it plays a pre-recorded message.
God, what was this? What was the shop's name?
Risky
that he talked
Randy.
about? Risky
Risky
Randy's. Well, bad news. No real use of figuring out where we need to go. Doesn't really have any useful terminals for internet access.
I disagree. Randy has shown themselves to be a resourceful kind. Someone well fit to this environment. A scavenger. Someone we should speak to.
Yeah, maybe.
Throw just like lets that maybe hang. They just look at you, waiting for you to do one thing or another.
Cutting over to Manny real quick. You find a man beneath a radiator, and he's scrambling. Help me, man! You gotta help me, man!
Yeah, he just says, hold on, I got you.
Wow.
Jesus!
Oh my god!
What a roll.
Okay, that thing flips.
Yeah, yeah, honestly, it might be easier to push it off of him than try to lift it up. I think Manny kind of well, no, it's down in a hole, right?
It's in a hole.
Okay.
Yeah, so he'll give it a solid bend at the knees. The pistons in his metal arm will start screaming and squealing as the veins pop in his neck, and he'll lift this thing enough to kind of throw it to one side and just reach in and pull the guy out.
Yeah, you will do so, and the man will emerge. Oh man, thanks, man. Yeah, you want to help me start digging? Looks like good enough places in there right here, right under your feet. Right now, it looks pretty soft, actually. Could you move over?
He'll take a step to the side, kind of put his hands in his pockets, and he'll say, afraid I can't help you dig, friend, but I hope you find what you're looking for. Out of curiosity, how'd you get pinned under that radiator?
And he's shuffling stuff away with his hands. Radiator. Oh, yeah, some big looking, I don't know, he kind of looked like a gorilla in a suit or something, threw it on me. He tried to help me
About all I
dig for a
needed,
second.
sir. Hope you find what you're looking for. Kind of pat
didn't
him
help
on the
me.
shoulder.
Hey, he didn't help me dig.
He lies.
He's gonna go right back at it. He'll be dead in 2 days. Anyway. Yeah. So, if anybody else has any other things they want to do with this outskirts area,
I think we're just gonna reconvene and talk about plan here.
I was just going to roll a general investigate
okay.
for Allison.
All right. Do you investigate is a bit more specific of a skill? Is there anything in particular that you, or just a subject you're looking to glean from that?
I think she's just going around like chatting up random people.
Okay. Yeah, there are people filtering in and out of this main thoroughfare that your guys are close to.
Yeah, so she's basically trying to find like she's playing it off as she's trying to find good deals or like cool things.
Okay.
To try and get information.
Roll me a. What do you want to use a rapport? What would you be like firm with these people? Like I'm the law, or would you just be like, hey, what's up?
I would just be like, hey, what's up?
Give me a rapport.
Okay. No.
Oh. All right. Most people, they don't give you the time of day.
Okay.
But actually, you know what? One person will say, "Oh yeah, dude, Oh man, oh dude, they got fried hot dogs in there. You gotta check them out. They're to die for, dude.
Oh, sounds like you might die if you eat them.
Fried hot dogs, double fried. You can't go wrong with
Oh,
it, man.
double fried. Extra
Yeah,
crunchy.
they've been here for years. They're not going bad anytime soon.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, it's right next to the fortune teller's place. You can't miss it.
Fortune teller?
Yeah, Ramona. You know, you don't know. Where are you from? Oh, wait a minute.
I'm just
Wait a
visiting.
minute. Are you a
What?
cop?
No.
Am I under arrest?
No.
I forget what I said about the hot dog thing. Officer,
We already heard it. Give us all the fried hot dogs you have, and maybe we'll let you go.
Hold on, let me drag out a person for this. Actually,
It's that hot dog kid from every meme where he has 2 hot dogs.
Gee, Billy, how come you get to have 2 wieners?
Yeah, I'll drag. Yeah, it's this dude.
How come your mom lets you fry your hot dog twice?
No, I don't. I'm out of here.
As he's running, I try to rustle through his pockets for any fried hot dogs.
Oh my god! All right. Do you notice against
Yes,
burglary?
against notice.
Okay. All right. You grab half a dog.
Whoa.
I knew he was holding out.
He ate it and was saving it for later. There's a big comical bite mark into it.
Chapel takes it, says,
I knew he was hiding it.
and then lifts his gas mask to pop it in, and then is seen chewing underneath his mask.
Okay.
We will join the others, but I do want to throw a cursory notice at this woman who is lighting shit on fire.
Okay. All right. You can see that this lady, for the most part, looks pretty normal. She just looks like a pretty normal wayfarer. But she is warming her hands by a fire. It is scorching out. You really don't glean much more from that. She doesn't look sunburned. She doesn't look, completely obliterated or destroyed or strange, other than she's warming her hands by a fire.
Okay. Does she seem well composed or no?
Yep. She just looks like she's kind of half shivering.
I want to see if I use lore to see if there's some side effects or something that would cause that.
Yes,
like
roll
a
lore
drug
for
or
me,
something.
actually.
I cannot be stopped.
Oh my.
I was going to
yeah.
offer to give you a +1, but that's frankly probably good enough on its own.
She is, from what you would know, and you would have seen this a lot since you were in the colonies with your guild work, she is on a drug called cryo.
Wow.
Okay.
And what cryo does is it is a euphoric sensation of kind of like, you get goosebumps from being cold for a moment, but you take that stuff too much, you start to lose that sensation, and you get just really, really cold, and your body temp really dips, and even if you aren't actually that cold, your brain definitely thinks you are.
Thro will just look at them and then just continue walking forward with you, Destiny, and say, "This place has been abandoned to drugs and despotism."
Yeah, I don't know what wasn't clear about that in the brief.
But do you see it?
Of course I say it. It's devastating.
This is where we must find our prize. It will be hidden away, or it will be buried underneath the sand. Those are the likely outcomes.
Yeah, there's one more you're forgetting, mate.
Which is that?
The danger. Places that are exposed to the hull breach. Those are places people aren't going frequently. Therefore, good place to find unpilfered tech.
Resourceful. They say, acknowledging that is a very good point.